All right, hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live stream. And because it's Thursday, we do have a question that we're gonna be talking about a little bit, and I'll be sharing some receipts. The question is right here down below. Where is the most beautiful place you've ever been to? And that's the topic I wanted to talk about today. I have, again, like I said, I have receipts in the form of photos that I'll be showing you through here today. Somebody, I don't remember if it was Twigs or somebody else on the Facebook mentioned that they had been to Germany and saw something very nice there. But I'll be showing some of my answers throughout tonight's show. I'm going to play 3 songs for you first, and then I'm going to take a look at the chat, see if you guys have any answers left. See you guys left any answers. But in the meantime, here's the question right here, and leave your answer in the comments. So I'll start off with Wynn's song tonight. I see you dancing there. There's tension in your stare, as if the world is disturbing your peace, as if there's something deep inside you try so hard to hide, leaves you waking to find your sweet release. Just come with me, and I'll show you a place where the wind flows free. Let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, so breathe it in. And so we began in the corner of your own little room. It's like roses in bloom. Breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. Just take a seat with me. Let it run free. There is no shame. Feel the tension ooze away. I still want you by my side. That makes you feel alive. Feel the fragrance of creation as you stay. It's a love so refined. Now just let it flow from your depths into mine. Let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace, so breathe it in. So we began in the corner of your own little room. It's like roses in bloom. Breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. Once you're satisfied, just return to the dancing to the soundtrack of your life. So you know if the tension ever grows, come back here to find me and let the wind blow. Let the warm air hit your face. There's no disgrace to breathe it in. And so we began in the corner of your own little room. It's like roses in bloom. Breathe it in. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. There's freedom in the basking in the wind. All right, thanks again. That was Wynn's song. I'll keep going with another, keep the show rolling right along with another original tune. Again, I'll look at the chat after playing a couple tunes, see what any of your answers are. But in the meantime, here's Heaven on Two Wheels. The straight and narrow country road, green and gravel, all that's seen, sky of blue and homes of white. clearings few and far between, a pedal steady as a glide, a balance learned from long ago. Generations passed it down, hard and fast or soft and slow. Very few can break this seal. It's just you and this heaven on two wheels. Heaven on two wheels. Wind blows by a chiseled face, salt and pepper on your head. Young with just a touch of old, shows the life with which you led. The soulful song you carried on was only ever sung by you. The passers-by where motors run are guessing less than 62. Many pass your steady heels, but one will touch your heaven on two wheels. Your heaven on two wheels. Cell phone rings, four wheels fly past the low speed limit sign. He looks away for just a touch. Your luck ain't on your side this time. A crunch of metal, skin and bone breaks the silence of your way. The dust, it settles back to earth. Your blood settles in the clay. Your soul leaves right by this field, and you climb up to heaven on two wheels. To heaven on two wheels. A broken family split for good, gave no chance to mend your home. And Friday nights are not the same without the voice you made your own. But we remember all the times you bared your soul for us to hear. And for me you gave the world through your words and through your cheers. So let your spirit be revealed each time I ride my heaven on two wheels. 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 All right, thanks again. That was Heaven on Two Wheels. I'll do a cover next, and then I'll take a good look at the chat, see what you guys have for the answer to our question today. Again, the question is, where is the most beautiful place you have ever been to? Let's see if we have any in common. And I have photos to show you of some of the most beautiful places I've been to. This is Look at the Wind Blow by Ellis Paul. I'm only 17, but I want much more than a small town girl she bargained for. More than standing in one place waiting for the next James Dean. I live in a town that's script and the Bible belt. Man, I bared my back and I took the wells. Only pray to get out of here. Maybe someday I will find out if the world is green. There is nothing to do in this town at night but sit in the car the baseball team. Got a baby on the way, at least that's what the kids are saying. Then the wedding, I'm told, well, it must take place just to save both families from disgrace. But the whole town knows, you see, it ain't like she's not showing. There is nothing to do in this town at night but sit in the car and watch the street lights, stare at the window at the pizza joint. What's the point? I wish I could buy my Ford sale. Hey, look at the wind blow. Tommy Bates is in his car and he waits for his girl at Lucky's Diner. They're at the end of the loop and he's drinking soup while she puts on more eyeliner. I pass them once and I pass them twice and I pass them back again. They bought an old Range Rover from the next town over and their headlights are my friends. Yes, their headlights are my friends. There is nothing to do in this town at night but sit in the car and watch the street lights, stare at the window at the pizza joint. What's the point? I wish I could buy my Ford sale. Hey, look at the wind blow. Hey, look at the wind blow. Hey, look at the wind blow. All right. Well, thanks again. That was Look at the Wind Blow by Ellis Paul. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm seeing some answers. Let's see. My sister is on here. I see Twigs is here. Hello. My sister said her favorite place for the most beautiful place is probably Iceland. I do have some receipts from Iceland. I will be showing that later on in the show. Marty Copel said Hoboken. I'm kind of surprised by that one because before the pandemic, I was in Hoboken quite a bit, and I wasn't exactly thrilled about that one, but I guess so. I have some choices that you'll probably like scoff at or something like that. Twig says he likes Finland. I haven't been to Finland, but I've heard it's beautiful there. Let's see. My mom has a lot of different spots. I'm going to put my glasses on to read these because some of these are a little bit small text. Lots of beautiful races. Redwood Forest. I have some receipts from Redwood Forest. Yellowstone. I don't have receipts for Yellowstone. I feel bad. I don't have them in my my photo library on my computer. But Yellowstone is definitely up there for me. And New York City. New York City is great, obviously. And my sister said Niagara Falls. I thought you would take Niagara Falls for granted, Kat, since you live so close to it. But nonetheless, though, Don Webb said Switzerland. It's always great. Who else? Seen the movie Mamma Mia? I haven't seen it. I'm sure my dad has because he loves Meryl Streep. But that area is awesome. Building pretty cool. Painted white, blue trim. Yeah, I bet. I have to wonder where... because I remember like there was a place where that was based on, you know, but I don't. I'm not 100% sure. I gotta turn off the alerts on my computer here because they're making noise for me. Let's see. Twigs also said Rome. Yeah, certainly. I have I've certainly seen a lot of those. I'd like to see a lot of those places as well. And Bavaria, Germany, and Switzerland. That's very nice. Somebody else said Switzerland. I think it was Twigs who did a suggestion and posted a picture on one of the posts. It's a thing in my mom wants to go to Italy. It would be a nice place to go. Nice place. Get some real pizza. Not that I hate the stuff here, but I do have a couple of receipts, and I'm actually going to pull them up now. Share them on my share them on here. You can see I have my photo app written now. This is one my family and I took a trip to. Oh, Don has to go. Oh, I'm sorry to see that. Okay, it's all right, man. Okay, I'll see you soon, brother. That's okay, but I do have receipts from some of the places that I took. This one here is Watkins Glen in New York, and I have a couple of shots from there. This is they have like a beautiful park with like very small creek with a massive canyon in there. A lot of waterfalls, a lot of very small places like that, and a lot of very, very nice places along that front. And I just found these exceptionally beautiful. I took a lot of pictures from when I was there. This one is really, really nice. It gets you a pretty good idea of what this place is like, and you see people up there. And Twigs will be there next month. Oh, that's cool. Well, I hope you like this. This is exceptionally beautiful. And all these waterfalls. You can go behind the waterfall here. It gives you a sense of how big it is. You know, it's no Grand Canyon or anything like that. And I've been there before. That was also very beautiful. But it's small, but it's deep, and a lot of exceptional beauty in that place. There's another spot like that. It's a great, nice, really long flowing waterfall. You can see off to the side on the top left. You can see like a little bit of water coming off away from the creek that's there. That's really, really nice, and a lot of waterfalls there. The next picture there is a receipt from another place. I'll show this because it's only two pictures. This is actually pictures that I took when I was on a drive from here to Chicago. My mother was with me. We were doing a music conference out in Chicago. This was years ago. This was back in 2015. So really, really long time ago. And this was really, really nice. Really, really nice spot. When you're so used to being around, the mountains that are around here, if you're not from this area, the mountains here are not like exceptionally big. They're not like the Rocky Mountains or, certainly not the Himalayas or anything like that, or the Alps, but, they're more gentle slopes. They're older mountains. We're right on the Appalachian Trail here in Warwick, New York. And when you get so used to that, and you're not used to seeing long valleys like this. I think this was in Ohio when we saw that, and I took a shot. This was a shot that I took in the evening outside of this town that we were staying in, somewhere in Ohio. I think it was near. I can't remember if this was the drive we took when we stayed near Youngstown, or if this was like further in. Or even if this was in like Indiana or something. I remember we stayed in Elkhart one year, but when we took that drive. But this was very beautiful, very nice barnyard. This was probably an abandoned barn here, and then the sunset here. I always like sunsets like this, and we get a lot of those around here, and I always get a chance to take pictures of them. I don't have like an exceptionally great camera, but it is good for what it is we do. So that's the receipts that I'll show you right now. I'll show you more as time goes on during the show tonight. I'll keep the show moving along here with... switch over to the other guitar. I'm using some of the old ones tonight. This is my old Martin 0016 that I'm using to play. These are the guitars that I usually stay with me in the studio. They usually stay right back there in those two empty spots. I decided to take them out, and we're doing things pretty casual. We're doing all acoustic. All the sound you're hearing is from this microphone. So I hope you enjoy that. I'll keep the show moving along with Uptown Shell. towers and streets, they never spare a passing glance at a cold, mangled body, threadbare rags, calloused hands, empty bags under bloodshot eyes, concrete rest, the sidewalk's my bed tonight, so be polite. I am an uptown shell, no place to rest my head upon. I am an uptown shell, everything I had is gone, 'cause even the foxes have their dens, and the birds of the air have nests, but there is no place to rest for an uptown shell. Day after day, held by the poison in my hand, stumbling through, hold down a job as long as I can. The choices I made leave me searching for reason and rhyme. Where it went wrong, I wonder as I bide my time. It's all that's mine. I am an uptown shell, no place to rest my head upon. I am an uptown shell, everything I had is gone, 'cause even the foxes have their dens, and the birds of the air have nests, but there is no place to rest for an uptown shell. Though I'm drunk and I can't pay, I still have hope it can get better someday. Buildings shine in the heat of the sun. If you survive the day, you have won. I am an uptown shell, no place to rest my head upon. I am an uptown shell, everything I had is gone, 'cause even the foxes have their dens, and the birds of the air have nests, but there is no place to rest for an uptown shell. No place for an uptown shell. All right, that was Uptown Shell. The next song I'm going to do is by John Denver, and I think, let me just turn a light on real quick in this room so that, okay, hold on one second. I'm going to light up the room a little bit better here. That should do it. I am looking to get better lights in this room. I like something a little bit better in here. I'm basically using a desktop desk lamp over there, and I have like an average, nothing special floor lamp over here. The only really fancy lamp that I have in this room is the one that's shining right on me, which is a ring light. But I think I'm gonna do a John Denver song. Let me see if I no, not Calypso tonight. Although I'll do it next time for you, for certain. But let me see if I have the lyrics for this one. Doesn't appear that I do, so I'm going to have to wing it. But I haven't played this one in a while. I'm going to play the John Denver song because I've been to Colorado before, including not terribly far away from where John Denver lived, in Aspen. I wasn't in Aspen, I was in a town called Buena Vista. It was one of the last gigs I did with my old band before I left. This was back in 2014, and it was right on the Rocky Mountains. We played this gig, this retreat, on this place right on the foot of this mountain. I think it was called Mount Princeton in Buena Vista, Colorado, and beautiful place. And you could see like a really nice view of a lot of like really nice snow-capped mountains and stuff along that line, and was exceptionally beautiful. I remember one evening taking getting up right at the point of sunrise to watch the sunrise above the mountains, and in my ears I just had John Denver songs playing like in a loop for that hour before we had to play. And this is one of those tunes. This is Rocky Mountain High. He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. Might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away on the road, hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast, it don't last for long. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Shadows from the starlight, softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. He climbed Cathedral Mountains, he saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun. And he lost a friend but kept his memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forest and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His sight is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. You can talk to God, listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of the simple things he cannot comprehend. Why they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. And the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. I know he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, it's a Colorado Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. So yeah, I've been out that way. I've been out that way before. Not quite in Aspen, but pretty darn close. And I really fell in love with that spot. And I have a couple of friends who live down that way. And if once the pandemic starts to really dwindle, I can start traveling again, and I would like to do another trip out there again. I see that Joe is here. Hello, Joe. Always good to see you. It's good to see Catherine Greenwood as well. Great to see you there. And unfortunately, I don't have any good receipts for my trip to Colorado. I looked at all the pictures that I took from back then, and they're all very blurry and kind of grainy, and I really don't like them all that much. Probably because I took them with my phone, which wasn't really all that great back then. But I have some receipts for some other beautiful places that I've been to. Let's see here. I'll get a unique one. I'll give a unique one here, and one that might cause you to question my idea of beauty for a second here, and that is this one here, and that is Atlantic City, New Jersey. And I know my grandmother loves Atlantic City. She's down there quite a bit. I go down there a little bit too. I like to play tourist down there for a little bit. It's beauty in kind of like a rustic way. A lot of there are some like abandoned spots. Atlantic City is well past its prime, but there is beauty in kind of the mess that they have there. And I have this is one of the nicer pictures that I took. I have a lot of other pictures that are significantly less nice. This is the picture of one of the like newer hotels that they built there, and I just loved the clouds going up on top here. With a building that tall, you end up like creating your own weather. This building here has kind of a troubled history, but it seems to be doing pretty well now. But this is one abandoned building. This is the now demolished Trump Plaza. That was right next door to Boardwalk Hall, which is what I really want to talk about. My mother said Grandma doesn't see anything outside of the casino. That's fair enough, though. But whenever my mom and I take the walk, we certainly do. We certainly see more. I like to walk the boardwalk along that front. It's a pretty long boardwalk too. But I wanted to show Boardwalk Hall because that's where I really see a lot of the beauty, and that's what I really go to Atlantic City to see. Because I'm a bit of a pipe organ enthusiast. I don't play the pipe organ that much, but there is one in the church that I work at, but I rarely ever play it. But I love the sound of the instrument, and I love this kind of stuff. And Boardwalk Hall has two pipe organs. This is the first one here. In that building, they have a ballroom, and they have a beautiful Kimball theater organ that I actually got to see the inside of when I went. They take you on a tour of like the inside of some of these organs. And I'll show some receipts from that too. And it's a massive organ here, but not nearly as big as the organ that they have in the main arena, which I'll show you in a bit. This I got to show you here. Now, Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City is home to the largest pipe organ in the world. And it holds a lot of world records, including largest pipe organ, largest musical instrument, loudest musical instrument, and some of the largest organ pipes that you will ever see. This is an example right here. These massive, and you could see like these people's heads here. You can get a scale on how massive these things really are. These things go up to 32 feet high. And they are the largest metal pipes in any organ in the world. And it was really amazing to see them. They actually take you inside the organ chambers on this tour that I went to. And there are some other receipts that I can show you. This is the main arena here in Boardwalk Hall. It's a beautiful place. And this is the massive console, the control, the keyboards for the organ here. There are 7 keyboards. One of them you can't even see because the music stand is in the way. They're like slanted up. They go up to about this high, and they're slanted so you can properly reach them. And on the left and the right of the keyboards are all the stop tabs for that. And there are some, I think they said there are about 1,300 of them. It's a massive organ, 33,000 pipes scattered throughout like an entire arena. This is what it looks like inside of this place, and it's so unbelievably, the picture doesn't do it justice. A lot of these pipes are absolutely amazing. They're very, very beautiful. And that's the receipt. That's the next receipt that I'm going to show you after a couple more songs. But that is what I find to be like so incredibly beautiful. And even more beautiful than that is the sound of that organ. That organ, with the room that it's in, it's so unbelievably lush. And it sounds absolutely beautiful. And I don't have any recordings of it on me because I don't think like regular recordings that you get like on your phone or on like a regular camera or anything like that, they don't do it justice at all. So I can't really share that. I can recommend some receipts that I found on online, but it's something you have to hear for yourself to get like the grandeur of it. Most of the organ actually does not work. If you go and see like the organ now, they do like recitals like every day at noon, and like a big, virtual tour like every Wednesday. I think at least that's when it was when I went at like 10 o'clock in the morning. But you would have to go there and see, exactly what this organ sounds. Even if you're not like a big fan of the pipe organ, just close your eyes and let it seep in. Like I was like giddy when I heard the sound of this organ. I've heard it played twice, and it was beautiful both times. And it's currently being restored so that someday it will be fully functioning. There are 33,000 pipes in that organ. I can't believe that. I've been to both of the two largest pipe organs in the world. One of them is in Atlantic City, and the other is in Philadelphia. I'll show some receipts from that a little later too. A carillon, Twigs. I've never seen like the inside of a carillon, except like in YouTube videos and stuff. I've seen like a virtual tour of the carillon at the University of Chicago, Rockefeller Chapel, which is like the second largest in the world. But I've never actually been inside it. I know they're massive though. But never got a chance to see that. And they don't do carillon tours of the largest one in the world, which is actually in New York City at Riverside Church. But I've heard them being played, and they sound beautiful. But I've never actually like been inside one or anything like that. But I'll go back to the music here for a second, and then I'll show you some more receipts after a couple tunes. I'll play this one. This is all about being on the road. This is Anja Duvakat's Long Way. Bid our friends goodbye. I promised we would write them, and headed north up 95 into the great unknown. We turned up our stereo. I felt so reckless and alive. We didn't know who we would be. We didn't know where we would end up when we headed down that road. A little food and our guitars in the backseat, and that old cello, the one that would get stolen in a town in Idaho. And it's a long way to Michigan and back, and it's a long way. It's a long way. clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. And I have never seen reflections of the cleanest blue as in Minnesota lakes. Those were the longest nights of wood smoke and northern lights as we talked until the morning came. The light of glowing embers, as sweet as I remember, among the rustling of the trees. The legend of the harvest moon and sweet ballad of the loon, I felt as ancient as I was meant to be. And it's a long way to Tennessee and back, and it's a long way. Yes, it's a long way, the clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Called you from a payphone in windy cold Missoula, and then from Midland in the rain. No place as proud and sad as the South Dakota Badlands. It touched me more than I could explain. A dirt poor reservation where the Oglala Nation tries to hang on to its waves. A feather and peyote pipe, a six-pack of Miller Lite sits on the dashboard, the beat of Chevrolet. And it's a long way to Washington and back, and it's a long way. Yes, it's a long way on the worn-out hills of Kerouac. It's a long, 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 long way. Out in California, we touched the other ocean, and I still have that jar of sand. In the Arizona desert, the sky goes on forever. You've never seen a thing as grand. North Montana was cold, it keeps the secrets frozen under glaciers way up north. People have got lost up there in the home of the grizzly bear. You can ask the mountain, but the mountain doesn't care. And it's a long way to Delaware and back, and it's a long way. Yes, it's a long way, the clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Yes, it's a long way on the worn-out hills of Kerouac. It's a long, 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 long way. And that's a song basically based on so many beautiful places you can find when you travel across the country. And I want to show, because I have quite a lot of receipts for this one for certain. This is the last receipt that I'll show. And that is of a trip that my family and I took to Iceland in 2019. I have a lot of mountain pictures. I can't believe, I feel kind of stupid for doing it, but I don't have any receipts of the most beautiful thing that we saw there. And that was the Northern Lights. And I know my mother definitely has them. She made like a mouse pad for her computer, if I remember correctly. She made like a mouse pad for a computer of a picture of her and my dad with the Northern Lights and everything. And so, but the receipts that I still get were a lot of mountain shots. It was I yeah, my mom commented, I think you're still giddy about the pipe organ. I still am. I still am. It kind of it's one of those things that kind of ebbs and flows with me when I get excited about that kind of stuff. But I'm in kind of a flow of that again. But these are some of the mountain shots that I took of Iceland. When we went there, it was snowy, which we were told was rare, which was surprising for me. And you know, stuff like this, very, very beautiful stuff. We got to do a lot of stuff out in Iceland. I call this the mini Matterhorn because it looks so much like looks so much like the mountain in the Alps. That's right. The Northern Lights were on my dad's bucket list, and that's pretty much why we went. We went down there for his birthday in 2019. This picture that I'm showing to you was from January 31st, the day after my dad's birthday. But we took that trip. I think we spent a week there, and got to see a lot of beautiful things there. We got to see some of the famous geysers that they have, because like Yellowstone, Iceland is like a hot spot. And underneath there's a magma and like volcanoes that go up. We didn't see any volcanic eruptions when we went, but I'd like to visit the Big Island in Hawaii someday so I could see Kilauea going off. But regardless, you know, these are some of the mountains that we did see. This is a beautiful like frozen waterfall. When we went there, it was like very windy and like 20 degrees pretty steadily. So we had like really big heavy coats on, and just an idea of what this place was like. This waterfall was almost completely frozen up, and which is something you never see like in Niagara Falls or something. This is a bluff that was alongside, very, very beautiful there, and all the black rocks are all lava because it's a volcanic mountain, and beautiful seaside on top of the bluff there. We got to see a lot of amazing stuff. We got to go inside of my sister, my brother-in-law, and I. We got to see to go inside. We got to see the inside of a lava tube, and they took us down, take a tour of this one. Niagara Falls does freeze over. Does it freeze over completely though? I think it did once. I know there are sections that will. But I don't know if it's ever done completely, though. This one was, the one that I showed was almost completely frozen over, if I remember correctly. And we did have, that was the mini Matterhorn. Okay, I put the wrong picture in, but that one was beautiful. The other one was pretty darn close. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful spots. You're sitting right on a tectonic plate. You know, we got to drive across and go. I think it was from the like North American plate to the European plate or the Eurasian plate. I don't remember exactly. My sister probably does. And that was exceptionally beautiful. We got to swim in everyone else, I didn't feel like it at the time. Got to swim in a hot spring. This beautiful little lagoon that they had there. And a lot of beautiful, beautiful pictures. We stayed in the city of Reykjavik, which is the capital of Iceland. And this was a massive cathedral that they had there. I think it was a Lutheran cathedral. And God help me, I cannot pronounce the name of this cathedral. But I found this to be very beautiful. It also has a big, beautiful pipe organ in there. You can see it here. A lot of stuff. And we actually got to go into the clock tower and see a beautiful view. This is what the city looks like. It's about 30,000 people live in the city, and most of the rest of it is like tourism. And a lot of tourists visit, and back at that time there weren't that many, but because we were going in the winter, which is not highly recommended. But it was beautiful nonetheless. And this was a shot that I took on the plane ride home of of that day, and that view is kind of how we capped off that trip. So that was the last. So that was the last set of receipts that I wanted to show you there. Very beautiful places, and a lot of amazing places that I've been able to visit over the years, and I hope to visit more. My dream spot is like the Big Island of Hawaii, and being able to see a lot of places there as well. I think I'm going to play 2 more songs here, and then I'm going to call it a night. Thanks very much for tuning in and dealing with my nerdiness. Talking about pipe organs of all things. But I could go on for that one. It's one of those things that, I obsess over. I always like to make, some people think it's offensive when people talk about autistic people and how, they're obsessed with certain things like trains. That was always the big one. I love to laugh at those stereotypes because they're 100% true for me. I don't find them offensive at all. So anyway, I'll finish out with 2 more songs for you. This first one is Lucky Man. A white wedding dress, all beauty and no mess. She says the magic words. She takes you by the hand. There's joy in her eyes again as she looks into yours. From a distance I can see, though I wish the man was me, 'cause you're the lucky man, that you can call her yours. You're the lucky man to carry her through the door. You're the lucky man to have the love I wish I could possess. I do confess, but you're the lucky man. Long ago, so it seems, she was the woman of my dreams, beautiful and kind. My dreams are wasted in the end. We never became more than friends, didn't have the guts to try. So fate never gave me a chance. So with you tonight she'll dance, 'cause you're the lucky man to glide her across the floor. You're the lucky man to kiss her in the morning. You're the lucky man to tell her that you love her every day, or so I pray, 'cause you're the lucky man. When you kiss your bride, the puzzle pieces fall into place. Before you can turn around, I've already left the church with a smile on my face. You're the lucky man, I won't disturb your home. You're the lucky man, I'll be okay on my own. You're the lucky man, just treat her right and tell her how you feel, 'cause this is real. You're the lucky man, that you can call her yours. You're the lucky man to carry her through the door. You're the lucky man to have the love I wish I could possess. I do confess, but you're the lucky man. All right, thanks again. I'm going to close it off with this next song, but first I want to say thank you to those of you who came out tonight. Always great to see all of you able to join us tonight. Once again, if you're new here, thanks very much for tuning in. My name is Kyle Hancherek. I come to you from Warwick, New York, and I do these live streams on average twice a week. Sometimes I go as little as 1 and as much as 3, but I hope you enjoyed tuning in with me tonight. The next live stream I'm going to be doing is actually on Monday, August 9th. Same time, same place. And so I hope you can join me for that. I don't have a concrete theme for that stream just yet, but I am working on it. I do have an idea. I'll be doing another in-person show in West Milford, New Jersey at the Vreeland store. I was just there last week, and they invited me back this week. So I'll be back there again on Saturday, August 6th. So if you're in the area, I hope you can come out and see me. It's going to be 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. As for this stream, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on it and share it with your Facebook friends or followers on Twitter or wherever you are on social media right now. If you're even more interested, if you're interested, you could also join my mailing list at kylehancherek.com/mailing-list. I am going to be posting another newsletter tomorrow, and I'll be working on that as the evening goes on. If you're interested in giving financial support, you can use 2 options. You can go to patreon.com/kylehancherek, where I have a monthly subscription service that starts at just $1 a month. Give as much as you please if you want to, or you can go to my PayPal page, paypal.me/kylehancherek, if you want to leave a one-time donation. Whatever you choose to do, I greatly appreciate it. It's always great to have some incredible support for some incredible people that tune into tonight's stream. Before we close out the night, Catherine Greenwood actually had one thing. Went to Hammond Castle in Gloucester later this year. They have a piper in there. Yeah, I bet. I've heard about that place, Hammond Castle. I've heard it's very beautiful there. But I haven't been able to travel out to Great Britain at any point, sadly. But it's another place that I'd like to visit at some point. See if we can do that. All right, so I'm going to close out with how you say goodbye. Thanks again very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys next time. The bases are loaded. I bow down to the floor. A single shot on the screen plot is all I'm asking for. September is faded. No room for wanting more. I said goodbye that's spoken through the stadium inshores. The temple is floating. The cheers sound much too good. The backyard sales of tallest tales is far too understood. I'm taking my chances with a slightly crooked grin and a fire in my eyes in a timely telling sin. If the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, the swing of the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy seal. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. So many moments, but none to save the day. I never had that chance, but that's the price I had to pay. But now I am grounded. The fans ignite the flame, and the lightning says straight road ahead to glory and to fame. When the pitch comes in over the plate, right speed and perfectly straight. Swing of the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy sealed. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, this face looks better than a morning glory bloom, but I've struck out way more times than you can fit in this old room. But as I turn to leave, I find a strength I'll never tell. So I'm climbing up the down escalator for one last kiss farewell. And the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight. A swing on the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy sealed. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Oh, and that, my friends, is how I said goodbye. All right, thanks again for joining me tonight. It's always great to get to speak to you and talk casually for a while. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and I'm glad to hear all of the incredible places that you've been to, incredible definitions of beauty that you could see in the world. It's always great to see that, and especially nowadays. Again, I will be live streaming again on Monday, August 9th. That'll be the next time we join me. So mark your calendars again. Friday, August 9th is going to be the next live stream that we do. I hope you can join me for that. And again, we have the in-person show on Saturday at the Vreeland store in West Milford, New Jersey from 6 to 8 p.m. So I hope you can join me for that. And one more time, August 9th, Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So I hope you can join me for that. But in the meantime, I will see you again soon. Hope you enjoyed the show. Peace and love, you guys. I'll see you later.